Welcome to Planet Microcap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me right now is Sandeep Mendiratta. He is the CEO of Now Vertical Group. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is NOW, Now, on the TSX Venture. And Now Vertical will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, Planet Microcap Showcase Vegas, in partnership with Microcap Club, taking place April 22 through 24, 2025 at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. For more information, to register to meet with Sandeep in person, see his presentation, please register to attend at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Sandeep, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thanks for bringing me here. I'm very well. Good to be here.
Absolutely. It's great to have you. You know, it's funny. We're recording this on April 11th, 2025, and you're in Vegas right now. And now you're going to make the trip back and then come back. So, listen, we appreciate your dedication to talking with your current and potential shareholder base.
That's the most fun thing. Robert, I'm coming here to Vegas for almost 18 years, and this month I'm going to be here twice. So coming
Yeah,
back again for the Planet Microcap, which is we are really excited about.
absolutely. No, this is great. So, and if folks go back in my archives, I've done an interview with a previous management team from Now Vertical. I think it was back in 22. Sandeep, correct me if I'm wrong. You joined on or became CEO January 24. So, look, I'm sure things have changed and whatnot, but for those that aren't familiar with the Now Vertical story, can you give us that quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there?
Absolutely, absolutely. So now Verticals, we went public in July 2021, and the initial strategy for Now Vertical was to really gain that critical mass in the data and analytics space within the right kind of solutions, services, and the software elements and components all together. What we did was initially it was all led by the acquisitions. We did about 12 acquisitions, and I call it as our phase one, where we brought in these phenomenal businesses that were delivering great services, great solutions, and some products, software products as well, to the clients across the globe in the data analytics and AI space. So that's our phase one, where we got that critical mass. The phase two is more about the whole consolidation and integration of the business. And that's when I came in as the chief exec of the business in January 2024. This was to put in the one business, one brand strategy for Vertical that was led by integration, organic growth, profitability in the business, and making sure that we get the best metrics, best in class metrics in our performance within our industry. And the way I had come to the business was in January 2023. And as part of the acquisition strategy, one of the businesses that Now Vertical acquired was my business, which I sold to Now Vertical. It was called Acrotrend. And I sold that business to Now Vertical in January 2023. And a year later, I was brought in as the chief exec to run this strategy of one brand, one business vertical to integrate it.
Very good. So, I'm also curious, two-part question here. Who is the target customer for your data analytics and AI solutions? One brand, one company. Obviously, I'm sure you have multiple verticals, but I'm curious. And then when you're looking at the competitive landscape, how do you win business? What makes you unique and different compared to some of your peers that are competing for those same contracts?
So one of the things who we work with, who is our ideal client base, Robert, that's the large enterprise clients, household brands, multinational companies with very complex landscape of data, which is evolving so rapidly. That's our client base. And one of the assets that I spotted when I came in as the chief exec and when I sold my business as well to Now Vertical was the portfolio of the enterprise client base that we have got within Now Vertical across the business, which is in North America and EMEA region, as well as in the Latin America region, market, as we call it. This was the biggest attraction, and in my opinion, the biggest asset which we are amplifying on. Most of our clients are in the enterprise grade, and they could be coming from different sectors: financial services, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, technology, some in retail and e-commerce also. But these are some of the industries that we work with our clients, the enterprise clients in.
Very good. All right, so this is one of our quick hitters, and give us a nice little overview of your background as well, and how you got involved with Now Vertical and having them, purchase your business, and then you came on board, eventually getting now to CEO. But to close us out here, from what you can tell us, what would you then say are some of the company's goals and milestones you'd like to see achieved in 2025?
There's so many different areas to unlock within the business for its growth in the future. And this is what we have done. Like I said, phase two was all about integrating the business. And we have consolidated all the 12 acquisitions that we had done into one business now. So, you started with the collection of different business units. And what we have now been able to do is put it together into a business, one business of Now Vertical. What now we are looking forward to is, and it's been a journey, by the way, in the whole of the year, but we have achieved it much faster. The milestones that we have achieved are way faster than what we had written on our plan and the roadmap. What we are now working towards, and it's already in flight, is delivering organic growth in the business, a very stable, sustainable organic growth, profitability in the business as one entity, one business, one Now Vertical. That's our key objective to deliver to the market, and we are very confident of doing that. We are already delivering phenomenal results and KPIs in this direction, the organic growth rate. What we are focused on is to get to a $50 million US run rate revenue in the business and a $10 million US EBITDA run rate in the business. And what's interesting and exciting for me to announce is, if you have looked at our Q4 2025 results, we have already achieved a run rate of 10 million US EBITDA in Q4. It's well above that goal we had set for ourselves. And we are well on track to deliver the 50 million revenue run rate as well in 2025. So that's our initial objective.
You're you're about 47 million for 24, right? I mean, you better make more than 3 million in a year, year over year. But anyways, I digress. Continue.
Yes. So that's the objective, near-term objective that we have. But the potential in the business is way, way, way bigger and more than just a 50 million run rate revenue or a 10 million EBITDA. We are not in the business just to look at these metrics here. What we definitely believe in is, over a period of time, we can bake in very sustainable, say, 15 to 25% organic growth into the business year over year, organic growth. But at the same time, what we would like to bring in is some inorganic growth in the business when we have stabilized this organic growth path. I would like to make sure that we are first, crawling before we walk. We are walking before we run, stabilize the business properly, bring in that consistency, bringing the sustainability into the business. And then you bring in more acquisitions into the business that are going to be real value adds for us, that will either bring in more solutions to us in catalog, or they'll bring in more tech-enabled services to our business, or they will bring in the right industry and the client base to the business, which we can integrate right away and then deliver higher value to our client base and higher value with our solutions and services. So there is so much to look forward to in the business. And this is what I say to our teams and our investors a lot, that there is the unlimited growth potential available in the business. You can keep growing organically. There is, once you bake in the right frameworks, once you bake in the right mindset in the team, once you have got the right go-to-market and the propositions that you are taking to the market, you can just keep growing that. Our top 30 accounts give us 60% of the revenue right now. These are the enterprise clients. The average revenue that we get from these top 30 clients is $724,000. That's what we grew it to in 2024. There is no reason why we can't take this to $1 million, why we can't take this to $1.5 million or $2 million in the future. So you are creating the cycles of unlimited growth potential in the organic growth itself. And when you bring in the inorganic growth into the business, that's another step up. And hence, I feel that there is that unlimited, I believe in that unlimited growth potential in the business going forward.
Very good. All right. Well, Sandeep, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Where can our audience go and find more information on Now Vertical?
This is all in on our NowVertical websites. It's www.nowvertical.com. We have got LinkedIn page also, and there is a NowVertical Insights page on LinkedIn where we are sharing a lot of information about what's happening all along in the business. And of course, as a public business, we keep bringing out our press releases with any material information that's happening, what we are doing in the industry, how we are working with our clients, what success we are getting there. So these are, I would say, three different areas where you can find information about NowVertical. And recently, one other thing that has happened is Stifel, which is one of the very well-known, very credible banks, they have launched coverage on us. So there is a report from Suthan, one of the great analysts there at Stifel, who has put out a report on us, and it has got a lot of information from, of course, an analyst perspective, who we all believe is very credible, knowledge base that he has put together there.
Very good. Well, Sandeep, like I said, thank you again for joining me. Really look forward to seeing you in Vegas. Good luck, stay safe, and yeah, I'll see you soon. See you in Vegas.
Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.